I think that whether or not a book is good is not so much a hierarchy, but more like a universe, different kinds of stories can impact you in different ways. So, a thriller can make you feel terrified and then just bathe you in relief when everything is solved and the characters are safe. A mystery can totally absorb you in that process of trying to put together a puzzle, put all the pieces together. A love story can just bathe your brain in oxytocin as you get a sort of simulated feeling of falling in love. I mean, it makes you feel happy. And those are valuable, good things. It's not the same as a literary read, but it's just as good. And it just kind of depends on where you are in your life and what you need. There's a saying about play. And it's that play is the work of childhood. And, the idea is that when kids are little and they're roughhousing or they're running around or they're climbing on jungle gyms or they are playing house, they are practicing for the future. They are teaching themselves skills that they're going to need as they move through their lives. And these are skills that they need to master so they can be successful going forward. I think we don't stop playing when we're kids. It's a type of play when you're a child, and then as you get older, it's a different type of play. And I think reading and novels are a type of play for adults. And what we're doing is still learning about human relationships, still refining our understanding of how people interact with each other, still increasing our emotional intelligence. So as we get older, we get better and better at navigating all the subtleties of human relationships, which is really like the essential thing for human life, right? The better you are at people, the happier you're going to be. So I think books are a type of play. And if a book doesn't feel like play, if it really feels like work, if it's putting you to sleep and you can't get through it and you're having to drag your way through, it might not be the right book for you right now. I think school teaches us to read from the head, and that's great. But I think we need to not forget to read from the heart. There are things that only the heart can teach us. It's what we do from the heart that really matters. And I think your heart can be your guide about what stories you need. If you find that you only want to read mysteries, you should read mysteries. If you only want to read romance novels, you should read romance novels. There is something deep in those stories that is speaking to your heart. There's something in those stories that you need to work through, right? That you need to learn. And you may not even know what that is. It may not even be a question that you know how to ask. It might be much deeper than that. But it's still the right thing. You can let your own interests be your guide. You can be your own compass. You can trust yourself to find the stories that you need to hear at the right time in your life. So the way that I think about it sometimes is music. I think we don't necessarily bring the same prejudices to music as we do to English class because it's not one of the 3 R's, and so it's not treated in exactly the same kind of linear way. So if you think about it, there's all different kinds of songs. There's all different kinds of music. Sometimes you might be in the mood for a long, slow ballad, and that helps you feel whatever feelings are lurking just under the surface that you need to express or delve into more fully. Sometimes you're in the mood for pop music and you just want to dance around and feel happy and crazy. Sometimes you want to listen to the Beatles because it reminds you of being a kid. Sometimes you want to listen to classical. Different types of music can bring you into different emotional spaces at different times of the day or the week. And it's not that any of those are better or worse than anything else. I mean, you could go through a long and protracted Dolly Parton period where that's all you want to listen to because it's speaking to something in your heart that needs to be spoken to. And so giving yourself the freedom to say, it's not that one type of music is better than all the other types of music. It's just that there's all different kinds, and those different things mean different things to you at different moments in your life, and that's okay. So what I think when I'm talking about reading for joy, I'm talking about giving yourself permission to follow your own compass. It's giving yourself permission to read what you want to read when you want to read it, because it just appeals to you, and not holding yourself back or judging yourself or telling yourself that you shouldn't be allowed to do this.